The practice of buying a bride might seem like something from a distant past or an outlandish concept, but it is still a reality in many parts of the world. Whether it's through traditional bride markets or arranged marriages, this practice involves women being seen as commodities, often based on their beauty or perceived value. From Bulgaria to China, India to South Africa, this practice takes on many different forms and has deep cultural, economic, and social implications. In some countries, these practices are entrenched in the fabric of society due to poverty, gender inequality, and limited opportunities for women. In others, it is a result of a skewed gender ratio or age expectations. As we take you on this journey through some of the most fascinating bride markets across the world, we will explore the deeply ingrained traditions that have led to such practices, the challenges faced by women who participate in them, and how they navigate these tough decisions. Some of these facts might be hard to digest, but one thing is for sure: by the end of this video, you'll be astounded by what you learn. So stay with us till the end, because one of the facts towards the conclusion will surprise you in a way you least expect. Welcome to World Marvels. Before we dive into the story, make sure to hit the subscribe button to keep up with all of our fascinating content that explores the world's most intriguing and thought-provoking topics. Now, let's begin our journey across the globe to understand the complex and controversial world of bride markets. 10 women in Afghanistan. Afghanistan has been through decades of turmoil due to war, economic instability, and political chaos. This environment has shaped the lives of Afghan women in profound ways, often limiting their choices and opportunities. Marriage, in many cases, becomes more than just an act of love and companionship. It's a way out of the hardships that women face. For many women in Afghanistan, a marriage to a foreign man may seem like the only viable option to escape the violence, poverty, and societal oppression they are subjected to. In Afghanistan, arranged marriages are common, and the concept of bride buying is intertwined with the country's economic and cultural practices. The perception of women as property is still prevalent in certain regions, and families often see marriage as a form of financial transaction. Women are often married off to alleviate their family's economic burden or to forge ties with a wealthier, more influential family. For some women, particularly those living in rural areas, this might be the only way to find a better life, one that could provide them with safety, security, and a way out of poverty. However, it's crucial to remember that every woman has her own story. Some may see marriage to a foreign man as a lifeline, but others might feel forced into these arrangements due to their lack of education, opportunities, and legal rights. Behind every marriage contract, there is a woman with hopes, dreams, and aspirations, many of which may be different from the expectations placed upon her by society. 9 women in Vietnam. Vietnam is a country with a rich cultural heritage, stunning landscapes, and a rapidly growing economy. However, behind the beauty of the country lies a social reality that has led some Vietnamese women to seek out foreign husbands. Over the past few decades, the idea of marrying a foreigner has become more common, as many women look for a way to improve their lives by marrying men from wealthier countries. The rise of online dating and international matchmaking services has only accelerated this trend, as women seek to find love and opportunity beyond the borders of their own country. Women in Vietnam are often admired for their elegance, beauty, and devotion to family. Many of them come from traditional backgrounds where family is at the center of their lives, and they are often raised with the expectation that they will eventually become good wives and mothers. However, despite their traditional roles, the globalized world has provided them with more opportunities, especially when it comes to finding a partner abroad. For some, marrying a foreigner means a better life, while for others, it offers a chance to escape economic hardship or the constraints of societal expectations. Despite this, the decision to marry a foreigner is not one that all Vietnamese women make lightly. Many still choose to stay in their home country, where family traditions and values hold significant weight. But for those who do decide to look abroad for love, the challenges are real. Cultural differences, language barriers, and the pressure to conform to new expectations can make these international marriages challenging. Yet, for some, the chance at a new life is worth taking the risk. 8 women in South Korea. South Korea is a global powerhouse known for its technological advancements, pop culture exports, and booming economy. However, the country is facing a growing social issue: gender inequality. Despite women's significant educational achievements and professional success, they still face substantial challenges in the workplace and at home. This inequality, combined with societal pressures and traditional expectations, has led many South Korean women to question traditional norms, including the idea of marriage. In recent years, an increasing number of South Korean women have become disillusioned with the concept of marriage, often because they feel that their role in society is limited to that of a wife and mother. South Korea is known for its strong beauty culture, where physical appearance plays a central role in how women are valued. The pressure to conform to beauty standards has led to a rise in cosmetic surgery, with many women opting for surgeries to meet societal expectations. Yet, despite all of this, South Korean women are much more than their appearance. In this environment of gender disparity, many women have started to look beyond traditional marriage. Some are seeking foreign husbands as an alternative, hoping to find a partner who respects their personal ambitions and supports their quest for equality. The desire to break free from the constraints of tradition has led some South Korean women to explore relationships outside their country, where they might find more freedom and respect in their personal lives. 7. Women in Egypt. Egypt is a country rich in history, with a deep cultural and religious heritage. The role of women in Egyptian society is complex, influenced by both modern and traditional values. While Egyptian women are often admired for their beauty and loyalty, many face significant challenges. One of the most prominent issues is early marriage, with many young girls being married off as soon as they reach puberty or adolescence. In some regions, marriage is seen as a way to protect girls from potential harm and ensure that they have a secure future. However, this practice has serious implications for the women involved. Early marriage often means that these girls are denied an education, and their opportunities for personal and professional development are severely limited. For many, marrying a foreigner becomes an opportunity to escape these constraints. A marriage to an outsider might provide them with the chance to leave their country, gain an education, and live a life of independence. But this decision is not always made freely, as many women feel pressured by their families or society to marry early, sometimes without fully understanding the long-term consequences. Egyptian women are known for their resilience, beauty, and loyalty, but their lives are often shaped by forces outside their control. Despite the difficulties, many of them continue to fight for their rights and push for more opportunities for women to break free from traditional roles. However, the practice of arranged marriages and bride buying remains prevalent in certain parts of the country, further complicating the lives of many young women. 6. Women in India. India is a country steeped in centuries of tradition, culture, and religion, with marriage playing a pivotal role in society. Historically, the concept of arranged marriages has been deeply rooted in Indian culture, with families playing a significant role in selecting suitable partners for their children. While arranged marriages are still widespread in India, the evolving landscape, driven by globalization and the rise of online dating, is challenging these traditions. For many women in India, marriage is still seen as one of the most significant milestones in life. However, the growing influence of education, career aspirations, and the impact of global exposure is leading some women to challenge the conventional idea of marriage. The shift is particularly noticeable among urban women, who are becoming increasingly independent, educated, and financially stable. Many women are now looking for partners outside the traditional societal norms, breaking barriers of caste, religion, and even country. At the same time, there are still significant challenges for women in rural areas, where the practice of arranged marriages persists. In many instances, women in these areas are married off at a young age, often with little say in the decision-making process. Despite the changing attitudes towards marriage, the issue of dowries remains prevalent, and some families continue to see their daughters as assets to be traded in exchange for financial gain. The tradition of bride prices or dowries, although illegal, still occurs in various regions, leading to the commodification of women within the marriage market. Though the situation for Indian women is evolving, it's important to remember that every woman's situation is unique, and the choice to marry, whether within India or outside, is highly personal. As India continues to modernize, the role of women in marriage is becoming increasingly complex, and their voices in determining their futures are gaining strength. 5. Women in Malaysia. Malaysia, a diverse country with a mix of cultures and religions, offers a unique perspective on the issue of arranged marriages and bride buying. Women in Malaysia come from various ethnic groups, including Malay, Chinese, and Indian communities, and each group has its own customs and expectations surrounding marriage. While arranged marriages are less common in urban areas, they still play a significant role in rural communities, where family traditions hold more influence. In Malaysia, the idea of buying a bride can sometimes be connected to the practice of dowries, where the groom's family is expected to offer a certain amount of money or goods to the bride's family. This practice, common in many parts of the world, can place immense pressure on families, particularly those from lower-income backgrounds, as the dowry amount can be considerable. In some rural areas, the practice of arranging marriages for economic reasons still exists, with families looking to secure a good match for their daughters in order to alleviate financial burdens. Many Malaysian women, however, are seeking more independence and freedom in choosing their partners. The younger generation, particularly in urban areas, is more likely to meet their partners through social media, dating apps, or other modern means. Despite these shifts in behavior, traditional marriage practices still hold a significant influence over many women's lives, especially in rural areas, where the belief in the importance of family and community often supersedes individual choice. Malaysian women are known for their elegance, warmth, and dedication to family. However, the pressure to conform to traditional marriage customs can sometimes conflict with their desires for independence and self-expression. The changing role of women in Malaysian society highlights the ongoing struggle between tradition and modernity. For women in Latvia. Latvia, a small yet fascinating country in Northern Europe, is known for its rich history, stunning landscapes, and educated populace. Latvian women are often admired for their beauty, intelligence, and strong work ethic. Many Latvian women are well-educated and highly skilled, with a strong presence in the workforce. However, despite these qualities, Latvian women often face challenges related to gender inequality, particularly in securing equal pay and equal opportunities in the workplace. In Latvia, the tradition of arranged marriages and bride buying is less prevalent compared to other countries on this list. However, the country has seen an increasing number of women seeking relationships abroad, particularly with foreign men. Some Latvian women, particularly those from rural areas or lower-income backgrounds, look for better opportunities abroad, as they may feel limited in their ability to secure a fulfilling life within their home country. As Latvia is a relatively small country with a limited job market, many women are eager to explore relationships that can provide both emotional and financial stability. Latvian women are known for their elegance and intellect, yet they often face a gender gap when it comes to career advancement and social recognition. This has led some women to seek partners from abroad who can offer not only love and companionship but also the opportunity to escape the limitations of a small and competitive job market. The dynamics of international marriage in Latvia are driven by a desire for self-improvement and the quest for personal growth, much like in other countries around the world. 3. Women in South Africa. South Africa is a country rich in diversity, with a mix of cultures, languages, and traditions. It is also a country with a complex history of social and political upheaval, particularly during the apartheid era. Despite the challenges, South Africa has made significant strides in recent years, particularly in terms of its progressive legal system and commitment to gender equality. However, gender inequality remains a major issue, especially in rural areas, where traditional customs still play a significant role in shaping women's lives. One of the most prominent traditional practices in South Africa is lobola, the payment made by the groom to the bride's family as part of the marriage process. While this is meant to honor the bride's family and is a deeply cultural practice, it can also be seen as a form of commodification of women. The lobola practice, which is common among many African communities, can place immense pressure on the groom's family to pay a large sum for the bride, making marriage an economic transaction. For some families, the payment of lobola can be a way to elevate their social status or solidify their economic position. For many South African women, the concept of marriage is deeply intertwined with family and community, But modern influences are gradually reshaping this view. Increasingly, young South African women are seeking independence, education, and career advancement. They may view marriage as a partnership based on love and equality, rather than a transaction. Nevertheless, the pressure of traditional customs, such as lobola, remains a defining factor in the marriage market in certain communities. For many women, the decision to marry is not solely their own, but is influenced by family expectations, social pressures, and the desire to secure a better future. 2 Women in China. China, with its ancient history and vibrant culture, has one of the most fascinating dynamics surrounding the issue of marriage and relationships. The country's one-child policy, which lasted for several decades, led to a significant gender imbalance, resulting in far more men than women in the population. This demographic disparity has created a highly competitive marriage market for men, especially in rural areas where the pressure to marry is intense. In many parts of China, the concept of buying a bride or marrying someone from a different region has become somewhat of a solution to this problem, particularly in rural communities where men are struggling to find a partner due to the imbalance in the number of women available. For women in China, the concept of marriage is also heavily shaped by societal expectations. Traditionally, Chinese women are expected to marry young and start families early, with their roles being primarily centered around the home and the family. As women age, particularly after reaching their late 20s, societal pressure mounts, and they are often labeled as leftover women, shangnu, if they remain unmarried. This term is used to describe women who are highly educated, independent, and successful, but who are considered undesirable because they have not married by a certain age. This societal expectation creates immense pressure on Chinese women, particularly those who do not conform to traditional marriage expectations. Some women in this situation have turned to international marriage markets, seeking partners abroad in search of both love and opportunity. These women may be looking for a more equal partnership with someone who values their education and independence rather than adhering to the traditional roles that are still prevalent in Chinese society. The idea of marrying a foreign man is often seen as a way out of these pressures, providing women with the chance to find a partner who respects them as equals and gives them the freedom to shape their own lives. Despite the challenges and societal pressures, Chinese women remain resilient and determined to take control of their futures. The changing dynamics of marriage in China are creating new opportunities for women to redefine what marriage means to them, and many are seeking relationships that offer not only security but also respect, equality, and love. 1 Women in Bulgaria. Bulgaria, a country with a rich cultural history and a deep-rooted tradition of Romani gypsy culture, is home to one of the most infamous and controversial practices surrounding bride buying. The tradition of bride markets in Bulgaria, particularly among the Romani people, involves young women being showcased in public events where men can choose their future wives. These markets have been deeply ingrained in the culture for generations, with the bride's price being determined by her beauty, virginity, and other social factors. The higher the price, the more desirable the bride is considered. At these bride markets, women often dress in their finest clothes, hoping to attract the attention of a man who can afford them. For many women, this market is the only option available for finding a husband, as their families are often financially strapped, and the practice offers a sense of security, even if it comes with a price. The economic aspect of the bride-buying tradition plays a large role in the decision-making process, and families may even view the marriage as a financial transaction. However, it's important to understand the deeper cultural context surrounding these practices. Many Bulgarian women involved in these markets come from marginalized communities where poverty and lack of education are rampant. For them, this is often not a matter of personal choice but a survival mechanism in an economically and socially constrained environment. Although this practice may seem foreign or disturbing to outsiders, it is part of a cultural tradition that has persisted over time. Despite these challenges, Bulgarian women are known for their strength, resilience, and dedication to family. The notion that these women are merely commodities is far from the truth. They are complex individuals with hopes, dreams, and aspirations. However, as the country modernizes and international influences take hold, many women are beginning to question the relevance of these age-old traditions and are seeking greater independence and freedom in their personal lives. The reality is that these practices, while deeply embedded in some cultures, are not black and white. Each woman's choice to participate in these practices is influenced by a variety of factors, including personal beliefs, family expectations, and, often, the harsh realities of poverty and limited opportunities. However, it is essential to acknowledge that behind every marriage and every transaction, there is a human story, a woman who has dreams, ambitions, and hopes for a better future. We encourage you to reflect on the complexities of these issues. What role does society play in shaping the decisions of women in these countries? And what can we do to ensure that women everywhere are empowered to make choices that align with their own desires and not just the expectations placed upon them? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Do you think bride markets and arranged marriages are a result of cultural traditions? Or do they reflect deeper issues of inequality and lack of opportunity? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more thought-provoking content from around the world. Thank you for joining us on this journey, and until next time, keep exploring the marvels of our world.